should really pause my recording before uh before the thing so that I don't waste as much space. Remember to unpause my recording because I was just kind of rambling and there wasn't anything going on yet. I should also probably turn off my alarm. It happens in about 40 minutes. And so the reasoning for the map is just because I haven't played on Xylem much. And I really need to play on this map. I don't know it very well. Ah, I just whacked my mic. How do you filter, like, so the thing about... Oh geez. Why? Ducats are so strong. I don't know... I don't know when to... I don't know how to fight them. Like, when they start hitting, I just stop working. Because it's hard... They just... You get so little leeway when fighting Ducats. You fail to avoid, like, 3 shots, or, like, I guess 3 pairs of shots, and you're gone. Or staggered. Probably not fully gone, because Pulse Armor exists, and I'm probably... I redlined. I wanted to just back up for a sec. Because I overheated my LRB.
AP at 30%.
Oh god. No! No! I almost had that phase. Ducats. Six. I don't know what that means. Where this button. Where yeah, there's there. Had to go find it. I'm not used to this 6 AP. Damn. That's like literally, if I hit a bullet more in that phase, I would have had it. Or if I didn't overheat my LRB or something. I'm finding LRB... I'm finding this to feel very unnatural because I was just playing yesterday with the hand weapon swapped. And I think that'll just get fixed as I play. I am more used to using left click as my main weapon. So putting LRB there makes more sense. Hello. I guess one option is I can play ranked until... Okay, after this round, I'm gonna sit out for a round to let others play. With a Fortress Howard. LRB shield. It's weird trying to balance them. Yeah, LRB is just... It feels weird. Because it, like... The feedback for it is a giant chunk of your enemy's AP getting bitten off, but that's kind of it. Like, it doesn't make very much sound when you fire it. It doesn't look particularly flashy. Like Zimmerman's both make a bigger sound and have like a big wall of bullets that come out of them, so you can like actually kind of see and hear your shots better. But LRB is just kind of... That's not the LRB. This one is. It is batshit insane that I staggered that fast. My god. They buffed the... I feel like ducats are in a territory where they are the most annoying shit. And it's not like... It's not the fault of anyone using ducat, it's just, oh my fucking god. You blink, get hit twice by ducat, and your stagger bar's halfway gone. I should have PA'd like a year ago! Oh my god. Ducats are very frustrating to fight when they hit, because you just explode. You don't get any time to do anything. You're gone. Like, that was genuinely kind of frustrating, because, like, I just don't know what to do. I'm also too bad at hitting LRB to get anything done with it. And, like, PS would be better here, but it literally doesn't fit. At least, not without some massive compromise, because this thing just barely fits together with the buckler. Also, I'm definitely putting... I definitely prefer LRB right hand currently, because those two things not interfering with each other feels very important on a lightweight. They're just... It doesn't... I feel like part of the problem is... I think ducats really like this map because you can't backpedal super easily. There's shit in the way constantly. So maybe this is a good learning moment for don't let this map get picked by a ducat user in a tournament. Because, ow. They do a fuck ton of damage, or at least they feel like they do a fuck ton of damage because I'm playing a lightweight. And they just completely nuke your stagger bar. Like, hold on, I actually want to compare. I want to look at ducat stats. 315 impact and 160 accumulative impact per shot on something that shoots 1.7 times a second is just insane. Yeah, ducats are they're like Vientos, except their projectile speed is a lot worse. So if you have access to the S key and you don't run into terrain constantly, you're fine. Quick boost might be better than vertical for fighting ducats, possibly. I'm not super experienced in what kind of movement does what best. That is like the polar opposite of the ducat build. I'm not super experienced with this game, but like it feels like just generally if you can backpedal with against ducats, you're just gonna avoid it all. And like don't let them get within like 100 meters, I guess. I don't know if that's too close or not. I should also probably switch to Zim Shield so I have PS and a less awkward gun. Because I think today I'm just... The lightweight gameplay isn't there. That assault armor is... assault armor. I should kind of try to commentate. I think it's good to learn how to do that, but my brain is too mashed right now. I've had a bit of a day. Assault armor is, yeah, it's sadness incarnate because it just doesn't work sometimes, and then it has issues with like, you know, just like functioning, and it's really sad. Actually, I'll wait. I'll let others play because there are 4 people now. This stream is testing a number of things. That was a sad way to show up to stream. Comic is a pretty good player. The Kazwar main of the area, I think. Or at least one of the Kazwar mains. I don't know. This is my first time streaming this game, so I'm like just my brain is not working. Ooh, a water strider with Trina, so that's kind of leaning towards anti-kite, I think. And then the duck blade lightweight on Fermeza legs. It looks really nice. The problem with the duck blade is the lack of missile. So it's easy to get AP lead on it and then just chill for a little bit. But that is obviously reliant on like actually having the missiles hit. It seems like Tyranno Majestic ET has a really good like cycle, where you'll like constantly have something reloaded and ready to shoot. Okay. I'm gonna try to play again. I'm gonna stick to this thing for now, for one more match at least. I'm gonna see about playing in the buildings instead of playing in the buildings instead of playing in the open. Because neutral boost on this thing is pretty flexible. It's SPD on a lightweight, so the acceleration and speed are very good. Oh my god. I've had recurring hiccups for like the past week, and I don't know what the deal is. Also, that's a therapist kite. I don't know how to fight therapists. Don't use missiles because of Salisates them. I mean, like 3 PM is totally fine. The lock time is so short that it really doesn't matter. I got 6 AP on you. You have to come to me now. I'm evil. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by those. I'm just kidding. I'm surprised I haven't been hit by missiles yet. That's not the LRB. Oh god. I'm purging shield. I just cannot hit LRB. I'm thankful for Kazwar system recovery. Okay, but I'm within like 100 meters. I have a lock. I fire the LRB, it still misses. I don't understand this weapon.
AP at 30%.
Oh my god, I'm stuck on everything. I should not have purged shield too, and I'm just as fucked either way in terms of energy, because this thing has 1800 energy supply efficiency and I'm on SPD, so I really need AP lead to function. If I lose AP lead and I have to assault boost a lot, I'm cooked. Jesus Christ, I did not mean to do that. I'm just eating everything. I would do this here. LRB didn't happen in time. Damn.
AP at 50%.
The fact that you're hitting these kicks is paining me.
AP at 30%.
Damn, I shot that too early. I'm just not good enough at the game to hit fucking anything with LRB. It's one of those weapons that, like, it doesn't, I don't know what to, I don't know what to do. Cause, like, I don't understand the conditions under which it will hit, ever. Sometimes it'll decide to hit at 200 meters, sometimes it just doesn't hit at 100 meters. When I have a luck and my opponent is moving in a fairly straight line. I think part of it is just FCS in this game shits itself when you have certain angles. And also I'm switching to Zim Shield. I'm clearly not able to put up a fight with that lightweight thing. I feel like if I just hit the LRB somehow, I would be a lot better off. Well, that's very obvious, but, like, if I could actually fucking hit the thing, it would be a lot more effective. So, like, the whole game plan would, like, actually kind of exist. And that's, I guess, the concern with the build. It's the lack of functionality if the LRB doesn't hit. Hello. I'm playing Armored Core 6 and I'm a little bit tilted today. Just because I don't know. I want to, like, feel like I am able to do anything and I just can't right now. And part of the problem is the map. This map is, I think, possibly the single... I have a bad matchup versus this map, not because of any builds or anything, because I am terrible with this kind of terrain. I have no sense of direction. And I will just, like, forget where I am every couple of seconds and run into walls. But that's kind of the point of playing on this map, trying to get better at playing on it. I just need, like, to do that more. Also, I feel like I'm a bit loud. I'm seeing my mic go into the red. I'm gonna turn that down a little. I'm also streaming at the end of the day, which is the point where I am most prone to getting annoyed at everything. But it's fine. It's Armored Core 6. It doesn't matter. Also, another thought about ducats is they melt pulse armor like as fast as pulse guns, if not faster, which is just bullshit. Like the fact that the double KO. The fact that ducats chunk pulse armor that hard is kind of insane. Okay. Ducat, Oscillator, Laser Drones is an interesting combo. I'm not sure how Laser Drones compare to, like, 3PM and other stuff for melee builds. And then the Laser Blade is kind of nice. Okay, things are picking up now. There are people in the lobby. I'm just kind of... I'm just... I am so brain dead right now. I can't... I can't brain. I can barely complete a sentence. This does not bode well. Also, my stream keeps freezing on my screen. Does that happen for you? I hope not. That's one thing I should probably say. I'm on Wi-Fi. So... I am... okay, so this matchup is just block the shit. The thing is, I gotta, like, press the button, and my brain doesn't do that very well yet. I haven't gotten used to playing Shield. I need to play Zim Shield more. I should not have scanned. That was a huge waste. So the big thing I'm scared of here is just AP lead getting taken from me right away, because then I have to go in. Oh, I almost had it, but then oh, that's... I'm just gonna stay behind this wall for a sec. I need the stagger reset. There's plenty of time to regain AP lead in a minute. Okay, stagger reset obtained. I forgot what I was running on my shoulder. I was not fast enough on that parry. I'm doing fine so far.
AP at 50%.
I made a mistake there.
AP at 30%.
That stagger felt like it lasted forever. I'm stuck. I get stuck on stuff so often. Also, this is a very good map for Water Strider. I'm still alive somehow. I shielded that and still died. Yeah, this is a very, very good map for Water Strider, so I'm in a tough matchup. A combination of me not knowing shield and I genuinely don't remember where you spawn. There you are. I shouldn't have shielded that. I should have tried to, like, QB it. I have a PA now.
AP at 50%.
I need to just AB away. And I still eat shit. Oh my god, I'm just getting annihilated. I was like inches away from hitting that kick. I don't know how to fight that yet. That second round was better, but the laser drones are so bad on this map. If anyone plays the cover, they just die. It feels like all of my shit just dies on Xylem. Because, like, this thing, the laser drones just get eaten by the terrain. My lightweight, I just run into shit and get killed for it. Kiri Kite's gonna have a similar issue, but I guess it's jumpier, so it might be able to do better. This thing, same issue as the Sim Shield. Well, no. This thing's all projectile weapons, but... Wha? You gotta go now, I guess? Bring this ledge, though. I'm gonna sit out on this match. Let someone else play again. My brain is a mashed potato. Never tried mid or heavyweight. You should definitely try midweight, I think. Even just like a midweight. It's not necessary. I wouldn't necessarily say it's easier in this patch with the FCS changes, but it's definitely viable, but it's kind of different. Generally, a lot of midweights will run shields because shield is very good, and it really enables midweight to be like up in your face constantly if you're good at it. Zim shield is a good option because it's kind of just like it's a pretty standard build, and your success with it will pretty much directly scale with your skills. It's the kind of build that, like, its matchup spread is not easy. Like, it doesn't have very many easy matchups, or in terms of other meta builds, but it has the potential to win all matches. You just need to be good enough, which is obviously not easy, but yeah, just be better at the game isn't... It's not a... like a... It's not a good way to... I'm struggling with words. I know what I want to say, but I can't say it. It seems like ducats work better when shooting downward. Maybe it's just because the tetrapod has such a huge profile from the top. Because the legs are spread out. Yeah, midweight is different. Zim shield is very skill dependent, as you can probably tell. Based on how well I'm doing with it. Yeah. I might change the map soon to a different one I don't have much experience with, which is Jorgen Refueling based. And that map's a lot less... I feel like that map's less polarizing. Or like, I don't know. It's a different map, plays differently. It probably isn't as terrain... Like, if your build plays well around terrain, like really thick, tight gaps, etc., I am having a very hard time with words, but like, if it's like an absolute jungle of buildings, certain builds thrive and some don't. I feel like Jorgen's more neutral, that's what I'm looking for. I'm just saying shit, to be honest. What time is it? It's already 8:22. That's kind of wild. Okay. This is kind of random and entirely unrelated to the redshift water strider we're looking at. But I feel like Ducket, LRB, Hammer, and like... I guess it's kind of Ducket, LRB, and Hammer, and Old Vientos kind of live in the same space in my brain as things that hurt way too much to get hit by and feel strangely difficult to handle when they hit. Okay, I think I'm going to change the map. So the keyword's not going to match the map anymore, but that's fine. Close map. Jorgen. Because, yeah, I need to play on all the maps. All of them. But I'm focusing mostly on, like, tournament maps, because that's the context that it matters the most, and also they're generally just the best set of maps to play the game on, I think. Yeah, Redshift has... I guess it's kind of in the same boat as a bazooka. But, like, it doesn't have proximity detonation, and I think instead replaces that with some projectile speed. Okay, so it's the Water Strider again. 3 PM Terreno. I'm going to probably die to this again. Because I can probably still count on one hand the amount of, like, actual matches I played on Zim Shield. Where'd you go? You're probably on the right side. Yep. The fact that I'm just not good at this yet. I forgot to dodge Terreno. Like, I genuinely just forget to dodge shit sometimes. How did that Zook shot not hit me? It was like... What? Oh. I was gonna say, why does my shield feel like shit? It's not up. Oh my god, I tried to press... Oh. I realized what's going on. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm just gone. No, I'm not. I just... No resistance makes a difference and you don't need to charge. You don't... You didn't think about the coral damage until now? I'm just gonna take cover. Hope the laser drones can do something. I'm gonna PA now, and then...
AP at 50%.
That's a fine stagger to take, I think.
AP
Never mind, it isn't. You're goated with this. I can't fucking do anything at all. It feels like if I try to assault boost, I just get hit by shit and die. But then, like, I don't know why, but it feels like PS has some delay to it. Or, like, when I try to use it, it doesn't go out in time. Damn. I don't know what to do. And it's just that strange feeling of my movement not being good. So I just, like, I don't know how to, like... I don't know how to handle anything, because it feels like whenever I try to, like, back away from someone on a tetrapod, it doesn't work because they're just always on me. But then someone else does it and I just can't ever catch them. And it's just a matter of not knowing how to move in this game well enough to, like, fight the matchup. And I'm not, this sounds really stupid, but I'm not used to being bad at games, and it's just because all of the games I have played recently until Armored Core 6, I have over 1,000 hours in. And I think that's what's making the difference here, is that, like, I'm not as experienced with this game, so it's not second nature to me. I just realized we have 2 Water Striders in this lobby. I'm glad Water Strider is getting a lot of play. It's one of those builds that's a lot more, like, specialized than, like, Zim Shield, I would say. Because Zim Shield's a mid-weight biped. Like, you can convert to a different build without too much trouble. But Water Strider is just its own beast compared to a lot of builds. Oh, I just realized that the last chess message was talking about Redshift Nebula. I didn't see it earlier. Yeah, Nebula Redshift is certainly something. It feels like one of those latency blast weapons that, like, just hits unreasonably well on latency. From what I've heard and seen and experienced. Where, like, you'll be a solid, like, 20 meters from where it hits you. And then you'll still take, like, 1,500 damage from it because it just does that damage. Except unlike regular Nebula, it doesn't have proximity detonation, so it doesn't, like, have an excuse to have a massive hitbox or, like, hit way too frequently. I don't know. Once again, I'm just kind of saying shit. Has the stream had any, like, video issues? I want to ask because it keeps freezing on my, like, moderator view, which is a little worrying, and I want to make sure it's running fine. Looks good? Okay. And I'm hoping I haven't been too laggy in-game, because I'm on Wi-Fi, so it's a little scuffed. I kind of want to see a Water Strider versus Water Strider match. Did we spawn on the same sides of the map again, or did we swap? We stayed on the same sides of the map, okay. To be honest, I'm gonna go, like, over here. Oh, I'm staggered already. I'm just gonna shove Dual Zim into your face. I don't know what to do. It feels like everything I do just gets shut down immediately, because I'll get hit by, like, a bazooka that managed to get behind me. Or, like, it's just, like, it feels like I lose too much distance parrying. I forgot to press space. That was the worst possible time I could have started trying to AB. So Fortress can get a different matchup. Yeah, lobby. Yeah, if I feel like the lobby rotation is the cleanest and like most functional. When you have no actual laser drone hits, damn. That was close. I possibly shouldn't be playing like this, because I'm gonna get hit once and be on the other side of the map. I mean, it's technically the optimal play. I forgot about PA completely last phase, I think. Can my Zim ever fire, please? It feels like I left-clicked like a year ago, and it just wouldn't go off. The one thing that always throws me off in this game is the fact that when you left-click, you don't fire immediately. Your arms have to raise up first, and that just ruins me sometimes, because I'm used to games where you left-click and the bullet comes out without any arm raise animation. And it's really frustrating for me because it just feels like the game just doesn't want to let me do anything, but it's really just me not being used to the game. Wait to shield the Majestic shot and or ET, and then rush in with AB. Yeah, it's just... I can't keep track of that shit while also not while not getting, like, just beamed by whatever else is in the mix. I'm okay with taking advice because I'm still a pretty new PvP player. And it's just like, oh my god. I feel like I'm getting more frustrated than normal today as well. At least while trying to, like, do PvP. But I feel like I'm keeping it under control well enough to not feel like a total idiot. And it's like I can pin down what's wrong at least to something something enough, like my movement is not there. And thankfully, or really, that's thanks to me playing Zim Shield. There's no like major unwinnable matchup build issue. Except for maybe Kiri Kite, I haven't heard enough about that, or seen enough about that. But I assume it's a pretty winnable matchup based on the state of the leaderboard. Undoubtedly the... This is very interesting. Big pulse gun, Walter rifle, and Trueno NPS. Also, one more thing about the Water Strider matchups, that if the Strider's smart, they'll try to space out their Majestic and ET a lot so that the other one is reloaded by the time they're firing one of them. And do so with movement as well, so they're stopping you from ever getting close because you have to spend time parrying as they scoot away. It's just, I think the big thing is surviving until they start regenerating energy. And then once they have to regenerate energy is like, that's when you have to go beat them up, because tetrapods don't have much movement outside of hover mode. Or really outside of spending energy, which hover mode does, among other things. And then like, Duckets, it's just like I have so many like weird matchups I need to iron out. Like Water Strider and Duckets and the entire Xylem map. I am very bad on Xylem. I get cooked. I run into a wall, eat Duckets or Zimmermans or LRBs or whatever flavor of Big Hurt. Also, I want to point out how the pulse gun with almost perfect accuracy and the Duckets with probably not perfect accuracy took the PA down in about the same amount of time. To be fair, it is just one pulse gun, but the fact that Duckets can even hold a candle to what a pulse gun can do to pulse armor is a little bit ridiculous. Because pulse guns are like, one of their only niches is obliterating pulse armor. But I don't know. I mean, bubbles I feel like do have a niche. I think it's about the same. Yeah, it's like double Ducket does. It's because of PA. I'm pretty sure the damage it takes is based on both impact and damage, and that's why lasers do so little to it. Maybe it also has like some like energy defense or something, but PA gets absolutely chunked by high impact weapons. And then pulse guns are like low impact, except they're given an impact multiplier on PA and pulse shields, which honestly is not enough. If they got like I don't know whether pulse guns should get a regular impact buff and become an actually kind of like strong weapon, or if they should be given but I think that melee punish was just a tiny bit slow and it got PS'd. Or maybe I wasn't looking at the AP bars close enough and there was just enough AP. But that seemed like a good match. I've been rambling about completely unrelated Armored Core 6 things in the meantime. Also, I will say, normally I stream Terraria, so this is like just completely different from my normal. Actually, I'm gonna let one more match play out before I play again. Also, I brought some dried fruit to my room. I'm gonna eat some of that. So, the cursed thing about Bubbles versus Shield is that PS and Pulse Buckler, and maybe the other Pulse Buckler that has a really long IG duration, they all have enough impact mitigation on their initial guard that parrying Bubbles is still, like, net positive, at least in terms of damage. It might be worse for impact, but it's not by enough to, like, be catastrophic. Like, you can afford to parry through bubbles as long as you do not let that initial guard end. And instead just drop the shield first. Also, there's a laser swap, which is not a very common build these days, I think. I haven't seen any around in general. If you parry bubbles, the ACS strain is massive. In my experience, I could kind of like parry them a little bit without much issue. The chip damage is easy to overlook, and it is important. One silly and stupid and completely useless build idea I had is you take Toku Robo with the big rifle and the little machine gun, and then you swap the two, so you have a bubble gun and a big rifle of the kinetic variety, or maybe a Zimmerman. It's just kind of pointless because, like, bubble gun just isn't that good. Like, it's just not there to be run on a shield build, I think. Or on a shield build that doesn't have some other monster of a weapon to help out. Like, one of the monster weapons could be, like, Waltz Rifle, because you can manually snipe people with it. You can use the noodle, which is kind of cursed. You can also... there are a number of things you can do with it. Okay, I'm already up. Me versus Ducket. The Ducketeer. I don't know. When I'm streaming, I have this habit of talking constantly, which is both a good and bad thing, because I feel like it's kind of important to, like, have a live stream, but it also burns through my 2 brain cells way too fast. I'm guessing I'm gonna die because Ducket on a map I'm not familiar with. Like, the thing, Ducket on Lock Station is just... it feels like a completely different matchup from Ducket on this map. Because on this map I have to, like, do a lot more turning around and not running into walls. I'm gonna do this to start. Oh, you're here already. I'm gonna PA really, really, really early. I got a Zim in for the punish. I'm just gonna get away for a sec. Realize I forgot where you are. It feels like sometimes when I... Oh, Jesus. Staggered! Oh my god! Oh, I should not have gone that way. I should not have double zimmed there. Oh god, I have thrown this match. Or I've thrown my lead, I should say, because this match isn't over yet. Damn, I just plugged the Zim in. Just point blank Zimmerman. The talking aspect is definitely the strongest when it comes to streaming. It gives it life and identity. Yep, that is true. And I'm not a goated enough gamer. That was unfortunate. Thankfully I had a sheer ledge to help me. Oh, I wanted to get the Zim out before I fixed, but I think I was too slow. GG. The Zimmermans work a lot better against ducats than LRB, I think, because there's just more threat. It felt like with Etsujin against ducats, it was very hard to plink. I guess it was against Comic, who was running an RJ, which didn't help. And also it was on Xylem, which didn't help. So I had things going against me at the previous ducat fight with Comic, but even then. I think partly I just played that better. I, like, actually kind of wiggled the ducats. That's the thing, midweight has the stats to just kind of, like, take damage. Like, unlike that lightweight thing, I always had more energy. What generator are you running? And how much energy supply efficiency do you have? Kept getting caught on a ledge. Yeah, the ledges on Jorgen are the thing I need to get used to the most. I don't know why I said this earlier, which was... I keep repeating myself with a lot of random stuff, but I have had hiccups all week, and I don't know why. I have changed nothing about my existence, and all of a sudden, hiccups. I really like how 422 legs look. Or 424 legs. The tetrapod currently on screen. They're both fishing for AP lead. I'm gonna try to like commentate, but not in like a caster way, just in like a... There are things going on the screen, and Prism has AP lead now. So Cheeky has to get in there somehow. Seems like it's close to even. Slightly in favor of Prism. A little bit more in favor of Prism. In favor of Prism. Santai with 3300 supply efficiency. That's not bad. I'd recommend experimenting with Ming Tang because it's also a really good generator now. And it might give you the extra load limit to run like some beefier frame parts maybe. A big thing is VP46S arms or 46D for better recoil control and firearm spec. It's definitely worth experimenting with your build, because with a lighter generator, you can fit better frame parts. And I think you're using Basho arms, right? Because I'm pretty sure with ducats you really want something with a little bit more recoil control, so your recoil doesn't just bloom to hell the second you fire twice. Stuck on Basho arms? Yeah. It's definitely worth trying. And if you find that Basho arms work better for you, then I guess you can stick to it. I should switch camera now. What arms did I say? VP46S. They should sort by melee spec and go down one from Basho. One or two. There are two decent options there. They're kind of mid-weight arms. They look a little bit similar to Ephemera, the ones I'm thinking of. But I think the other Arquebus arms that have the funny spikes sticking out the top could also be an alright option. I can quickly load up the garage to show you after this round. I've got the Water Strider duel, and Prism is just... like, actually good at Water Strider, and it's terrifying. I feel like that kind of goes for all builds, though. Which is, if anyone's, like, genuinely good at a build, it's scary. And by good at a build, I mean, like, tournament level. Which is... I think Prism's around that. I should try my Toku lightweight thing on this map. Like, it had a very bumpy... It played very badly on Xylem because it relies a lot on neutral movement and, like, backing away. And it's, in my opinion, it's harder to back away from something than it is to approach something on Xylem because of how many bits and pieces of terrain there are. Right, AC data, Toku lightweight, load. This thing is probably not meta. Okay, also, the arms. Sort by melee spec. These ones are, I guess, an option. These ones are the generally used ones. From my understanding. I'm not the most knowledgeable on Armored Core 6 parts. And then also, if you get the opportunity to put your build on Alba or Noctrier legs, those are both probably better than for Mesa legs. I'm not certain. But I feel like for a more CQC-oriented build, Alba legs are a good option. Because they are quite... they have actually pretty good stats. Their stability is close to what 422 legs have, which are like the standard midweight legs. And they have surprisingly similar defenses and AP. Like, the defenses are the biggest difference. Also, it looks like you're swapping to melee after you get a stagger. I think it's better to swap your left-hand melee in while firing your right ducket and Xiaowei when you're about to get the stagger so that your melee's ready to go. It's just really hard to, like... It's difficult to do that without throwing a stagger. It's something you kind of have to acquire a sense for. Also quad shotgun. Interesting to see. Quad shotgun's kind of in the... Ah, that makes me think. How does quad shotgun perform against ducket? It seems like it's doing alright, but... I don't understand why I had hiccups. Oh. Damn. Quad shotgun shreds. It's just a lot of shotgun, and shotguns hurt in this game. It seemed like it was a pretty close matchup though because of the rate at which both of you can do stagger. I'm looking at your build. Ocellus Lanta. Oh wow, those arms just fit on there. Wow. I was kind of surprised. Yeah, so this is the thing I've been playing. And then I have like a second version of it somewhere. This thing. Which might actually just be a straight improvement. Which looks really cursed because it's got Firmeza core, Mind Beta head, and Ephemera arms on Alba legs. It looks so stupid, but its stats are... its energy is like significantly better. I don't know if it's enough though. It's also got a little bit more stability in AP. And I think there's still a little bit of room to cram something on there. I'll try the Toku lightweight against Water Strider and probably just eat shit and die. Because this takes the Zim Shield issue and turns it up to 11 because I can't parry well enough. So I guess this is good practice. I'm just gonna stop reloading the Twitch mod view thingus because it's not useful. The stream preview. I should have specified. The stream preview keeps freezing on my screen. But apparently the stream's fine, so doesn't matter. I do like how swap builds are nice for the consistent damage output. I will say that a lot of energy weapons also kind of hit that. As long as you manage to disengage sometimes. I got stuck on the train, that was really scary. If I still hardline with this thing, I'm gonna be so sad. This is bad. I'm gonna try a stagger reset and probably fail at this rate. Oh, I actually got it. I don't like having LRB in left hand of this thing. It feels so bad. I just held the 3 PM button for so long it multi-locked. This feels fucking awful. I have PA now. I really should have gotten closer before doing that, to be honest.
AP at 30%.
I was going in for like a desperation if I could get a stagger and maybe pull something off there, but it was not going to work. This feels better, surprisingly. I'm just... The LRB in the left hand feels like absolute flaming dog shit on this thing to me, because it feels like I can't LRB someone for committing to an action anymore. And that's kind of what this thing kind of felt like it was breathing on. I have AP lead, I'm gonna live with it. I should not have beaten that. I'm a PA now. Uh-oh. Something happened. That was extremely strange. Oh my god. I'm glad I got that on recording. What the actual hell just happened? I guess I just, like, lost connection. I'm glad that was on stream. And not in ranked. What the fuck was that? This is the most sketch stream yet. Oh. Maybe Steam maintenance is happening now? Maybe it's happening really late today, or maybe I just had really shit... Maybe my connection just farted? I don't know. Oh. Oh, there we go. Finally reload. Some soft servers just coughed. Did that happen to everybody? Okay, well, I guess now's my opportunity to change the keyword. What should it be now? Potato. Gotta learn how to freaking type. There we go. Okay. Custom match. Create room. Capacity. All of it. Members. There we go. Scuffed is a good way to describe this entire game. Its balance, its netcode, its mechanics, its servers. Armored Core 6 is just pure scuff. And I think it's great. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on Jorgen. Because I want to play on this map a little bit more. Where is it? I'm blind. Netcode will be the death of us all. Oh, also, I'm swapping the weapons back. But like, okay. So the reason the thing about the build I'm running, the lightweight Toku Robo thing, is the LRB hand matters a lot. If the LRB's on the right hand, I can parry and shoot the LRB at the same time. Okay. I'm gonna keep the weapons in the same hands for now. And the next session I play, I'll swap the weapons again and see how I feel about it. I'm just gonna keep alternating the hands I put these weapons in to see what comes out of it. One of my favorite ideas behind putting the LRB in the right hand is the idea of fighting someone that has a shield, they fire their left hand weapon, I parry it and punish it with an LRB. And that LRB fucking hurts, and I took basically no damage from their main weapon. Or from their left hand weapon. And then if it's early in the game, I probably get AP lead off that and can start running away with it. It's just I need some testing. Also, I think I'm fighting quad shotgun based on the abbreviation here. So I am probably gonna get fried. Or I guess fried isn't the right word because fried would imply like getting hit by energy weapons. Or coral maybe. I'm gonna get crunched, dismantled, obliterated, I don't know. This is another matchup where I think the ability to just automatically win a trade with Buckler plus LRB is probably better than Plinking Impact with Etsujin. It's really matchup dependent, I think. I want to get as close to the middle as I can. I was a bit early on that. I still took... I'm lucky to be alive right now, I think. I trusted. You have AP lead. What are you doing?
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
I'm probably toast here. Yep. Damn. I feel like if I played that slightly better, if I charged the LRB there, that might have done it. So I think the big thing here is, once again, I can't parry an LRB at the same time. Because unlike regular Toku, who can just keep fighting for a minute. Okay, yeah, so...
AP at 50%.
I'm so cooked. Yep.
At 30%.
I can't get away. Not fast enough anyway. So I think there's potential there. But the problem is it feels like I instantly disable half of my build when I press the shield button. And it's like I think I'm having a very hard time speaking because I stutter so much. But so with this build, both I lose the ability to parry and LRB at the same time. I can't afford to not shield and instead fire the LRB to win a trade by having stats, because I don't. And it just feels worse. That's another thing. I can't fire the LRB and not shield and not have it interfere. I might have actually won that. You're right. Because Pulse Buckler uptime is so low. At least when used optimally. Pulse Buckler uptime is so low at 1.2 seconds per entire heat bar that the thing about quad shotgun is that you can just keep pelting me with shots. So I can't parry them all. I have to selectively parry the ones that are going to hit me, which I don't have the experience to tell yet. Also, my mic says I'm too loud. Excuse me. I don't know if noise suppression caught that, but I hiccuped and then burped. I'm a little bit gross right now. Oh, also, by the way, Cheeky, I would recommend probably swapping your two hand weapons, because pulse guns are full auto, so they won't actually incur any shield delay, where their animation is interruptible by the shield. Versus the Nebula Redshift, which you have to stop shielding, or you have to. There's a short period after firing it where you can't shield, and before, I think. Practicing shooting one shot at a time before is definitely messing you up. I feel like firing once at a time with pulse against a pulse buckler user when you're a quad shot and they're a lightweight. I think you would just run me down if you hit the shotgun shots a lot, which I think big thing would be to get closer, but then also like lining stuff up. What's going on here? Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Something Striker's just did. Oh, it's also a different face. I should swap the camera around more. I'm new to streaming this game. I'm used to streaming Terraria where like I'm so experienced in the game that I can just do my thing and it goes fine. Like, yeah, I will say, this stream is going pretty well. And I was a bit frustrated at first, which is just, I just get like that for no reason. My brain is annoying. But also, like, oh my god, wait. Oh, so close. Almost clutched that with like a sliver of AP. Yeah, the stream's going pretty well so far for my first Armored Core 6 stream, and still being pretty new to PvP. What am I doing? I I looked at Discord for 1 second and my entire brain stopped working. It's because there's something going on in Striker's Discord. I'm just gonna mute the channel until I turn it back on, which will be after the stream. And just forget that there's even a discussion going on in there. I think it'll be better for the stream if I do that. I mean, like, I'm not a new streamer. I've been streaming Terraria weekly for a couple weeks now, like 5 or 6 weeks. And then also, before that, I did a lot of Robocraft streams weekly. Robocraft streams were 50-50. The first half of them, I streamed for way too long and got really frustrated with everything. And it was just... That was also just a bad time for, like, my mental health in comparison to now, at least. Like, now I'm doing pretty well. I'm kind of stressed because college, but I'm alive, and I feel so much better than I did back then. I don't know how to articulate it. But, yeah, and then the second half of my Robocraft live streams after a long break during, like, winter. This is winter, and, like, I guess a long break during the beginning of 2023. And then during spring of 2023, I did more streams and did better, and partly because they were way shorter. And then I stopped streaming for a while again because I ran out of stuff to stream. And now I stream Terraria on Sundays. And then I'm going to stream this kind of just whenever the hell, because I feel like I can't, like, schedule this game in right now, because I have to, like, I have to dedicate so much of my headspace to it when I'm playing it, because it's not second nature to me yet. Thanks. Yeah. But, I'm hoping to eventually, like, build streaming this into my routine somehow. And I really... Also, this is kind of vaguely related. I feel like my weird Poku lightweight thing, like, actually kind of has merit for being a useful build. Also, I have something I need to check, which is Alba Arm EN load in comparison to Lammergeier arms. Because if Lamb arms have better EN load, I might genuinely consider running them if Mind Beta Head also fits on, because that would improve my energy and give me better stability. Which, like, I might as well take. But I don't know how they compare. If I remember correctly, Lamb arm EN load is ridiculously high, but Alba arm EN load is also really high, so it's... I'll have to find out, which I can find out in the garage shortly. I also want to stream in other games. The only big one on my mind right now is Nova Drift, which is another completely different game from both of the other games I stream. But that just makes it easier for me to, like, stream all 3 of them without my brain exploding, because I won't get burned out on any one thing if I keep swapping between stuff. So yeah. It's just Nova Drift is a single-player game, so it's probably not as it probably won't. I hope I didn't mess up my OBS. I accidentally clicked on it. A single player game won't be as active as this, I think. Okay, I was gonna look at arms. I was gonna sort by weight. I was gonna look at lamb arms. Their EN load is even worse, but only by 13 points versus the head, which is like 100-something energy better. So that's a little under 1,000 difference, and almost no difference. So lamb arms aren't gonna let me fit mind beta head. Brains on fire. Yeah, I feel like swap builds are kind of like that because you need to like actually be kind of paying attention to what's in your shoulder slots and what's in your hands. And if you like accidentally, if you're trying to do something like swapping between 2 LRBs and 2 like red shifts or something, you don't want to be firing both LRBs at the same time than both red shifts because of the projectile speed being different makes it a little bit harder to dodge. So then when you get 2 of one of them in hands, it's mixed. But then with like you're probably pointing out here, with quad shotgun, it's the inverse, where all of a sudden you want to keep your shotguns paired together. So it's hard to swap builds they're individually, like, what you need to do with each swap is different. Or each swap build's weapon pairings are different. And it seems like it would be hard to switch gears between all of those. Ducket Blade is... yeah. Melee punishes are on the easier side of the swap shenanigans. And I would say, like, laser swap and quad shot are on the harder side. I think laser swap is the hardest because you need to just keep swapping and keep swapping and keep swapping. And, like, if you get kicked or something, that throws off your entire rhythm and you need to account for that. So I think what I want to do in this matchup is go for the middle of the map. I forgot my weapons are swapped still. I'm at 400 meters. I should not be firing LRB. I should be letting it cool off. I should also be... I'm in danger. I'm not in danger. Where did my stagger bar go? It was like almost full a second ago. That's the thing I like about LRB right there. I get a 1600 damage stagger punish immediately. So one thing I want to point out is that you might want to run missiles instead of Xiaowei, because Ducket does so much impact and a decent amount of damage, to the point where Xiaowei might not be necessary and might just be throwing off your recoil without really netting you much benefit. So a missile might be better. And there's a lot of flexibility with missiles. You can try a lot of different options. How did that LRB hit? I didn't even have a lock. Oh Jesus, I'm staggered. Also, well, this is another random little bit of advice I have, which is that Laser Blade's charge is a little bit slow for a stagger punish. I'll red line here. 3PM's a very, very good missile. It's very cheap. Also, good lord. LRB chunks this matchup. And I think it is a lack of a missile to dodge. Yeah, GG. I feel like a missile will help you a lot. One interesting option is that if you've got space on there, which I have no idea if you do or not, depending on EN load and such. EN load and weight, I guess. I kind of want to see a Ducket build with MLT-10. I feel like that combo could go really hard, because you could have the MLT-10 to kind of force your opponent into a little bit of a straight line, which you then punish to hell with the Duckets. Because they don't have very many movement options when dodging MLT-10 that won't get them hit by something. But I guess a little bit more situational than that. There's more... There's more nuance to it, but MLT-10 duck it. I don't know if missiles affect recoil, too. That might be another concern. I am so tired of having hiccups. I do not understand why I have them. Also, I should really make a custom playlist for Armored Core 6 streams, because I could like add a little bit more personality to it and have it not get tiring to listen to, because I've got a whopping probably 20 minutes of music in the playlist currently. Swap my guns. I'm gonna give the right hand Etsujin a bit more practice and see if it has merit. And I think the big matchups it has the right hand Etsujin is preferable for would be shield matchups. But only kind of, in my opinion. And currently that's literally just like a wild guess opinion because I do not have shield matchup experience with it. But what I think goes on with it, with my guns, is, with the shield matchup, is if I can catch my opponent firing their left-hand weapon and hit them with LRB during that, while parrying whatever they were firing with their left hand, I just got a huge advantage. But if they're parrying and shooting their right hand, the Etsujin being in the right hand is probably better, because then it just, like, their parry was kind of wasted, because that Etsujin's just gonna fire again. It doesn't have very limited fire like LRB does. That's true. It's just there are some situations where I genuinely want to do both at once. To a point where it's like, changing the timing slightly won't suffice. We're firing the LRB slightly early or slightly late won't work. But maybe that's just because I haven't been positioning myself correctly or moving or something. I want to see the pulse gun water strider more. I feel like it's a really interesting build because it has AP lead right now because that pulse gun just hit everything, and I assume it's on an energy generator to do more damage. MLT6 with Walt. I'm not sure how MLT6 is in this meta. I guess it's worth trying. The 3 PM, the 3 plasma missiles. I don't know if I need to specify that. But 3 PM might also be good. They're a pretty commonplace missile. They can be kind of like a mini stagger punish if everything else misses. Or isn't available. But Coral Oscillator is interesting. It's got the best overall, like, regular attack hitboxes. Lock on and recharge time, whatever that, or MLT-10. The thing about MLT-10 is that instead of firing all of its missiles all at once, like MLT-6 does, it fires them in a sequence. So instead of going, and then all of your missiles are off, it goes pew 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 pew. And that makes a massive difference, because then to dodge it, instead of your opponent just like ducking around that one little clump of missiles, they have to like move forward and to the side for the entire duration of the MLT-10 barrage, if they don't want to take any MLT-10 hits. And those missiles aren't... I'm actually curious how they look in terms of accumulative impact compared to a duck-hit shot. Go to... that's not a shoulder slot. This is. MLT-10 is up here. MLT-10, they do 70... They don't do very much damage and impact, but you're probably going to get hit by more than one. Actually, I'm going to let you play someone else, because we just fought last. Or, you were the person I fought last. And I'm cool with just kind of thinking about stuff. But yeah, so the thing about Coral Blade is that it's got... I think it's... I'm not a melee player, and not very, like, ingrained in the community, but it has the best hitbox of the best uncharged swing of the melees, because it's so vertical. It helps fight people who are playing up down against the melee, and also still hits consistently horizontally. And then it has a really interesting charged attack that's better than laser blades because I think it I think it locks you in an animation for approximately the same amount of time, but it has a lot more range. Generally, uncharged melee should be for the punish. And charged melee is a lot more niche. Oh, it doesn't... I don't think the melee hit on that punish. Damn. Eve got the... Eve Adamisk... Eve? Adam? I don't know. I guess Eve, because that's first. Eve got the pulse armor off in time. The scary thing about a melee punish is that sometimes it will just hit before you can get your pulse armor off. It looks like that one went through, yeah. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that was a lot closer, that second phase. 1 or 2 Ducat shots away. That's the scary thing about Ducat. You are never far from death. Also, I hope my mic isn't acting up because it's reporting very high volume. Getting used to not holding down right shoulder. Yeah, it's one of those things. Is there anyone here that plays a shield? I think the bubble gun build was shield build. I need to figure out how... Okay, good. I need to figure out how... single Etsugen does versus shield compared to trying to sneak a single LRB in somewhere. Oh, it's me and Prism again. I keep fighting Prism, and I'm gonna die again. Because... Yeah. I'm gonna tab Discord somewhere that isn't active so it doesn't distract me. It's me with my fucking thing. I so wish... I really hope FromSoft sometime patches the bug that causes you to, if you're at exactly your weight limit on your legs, you will actually get treated as overburdened sometimes, which is BS, and everyone knows it. It's awful. I don't know why I'm up here. I don't know what being up here accomplishes. I'm on terrain. We're both, like, wanting AP lead and not knowing how to get it from each other. I am running my energy low. I should floss that. I need to remember to shoot the Etsugen. Just don't get hit. This matchup's that easy. Oh god. I should have PA'd.
30%.
Damn, I even took half that plasma missile. I should have PA'd like a year ago. I'm bad at PA. That was a lot better, though. That was going so much better. I think I have an idea of what to do in this matchup, and this build lives and dies by AP lead, I am learning. That is the nature of lightweights in this game in general, where if you get to use your movement to dodge shit without having to, like, go in, okay, I've got my AP lead. Now I need to make him chase. That's a wall. Very good thing to shoot my plasma missiles into, I know. Damn, I don't think the cover actually works there. Ow. The thing is, I'm not... I'm kicking just a little bit too late. I also needed to fire that LRB shot slightly earlier if I wanted to hit. I'm pretty far behind now. It's going to be quite a challenge to catch this lead up. I forgot to dodge Terreno's. Terreno's like missile jump scare. I'm willing to just QB it. I think it's worth it. Because I'm not starving for energy, surprisingly, because SPD booster just lets me do that. I just wanted to go for kick LRB, like charged LRB, and it almost kind of maybe worked a little bit, but I got killed. It was a better idea than the other options, which were run out of time, because I wouldn't be able to dump enough LRB shots in that time. That was better, but once again, I'm feeling that inability to parry and fire LRB at the same time. And I'm just having a hard time seeing how that impact could save the situation with this particular loadout. Now, I do have, somewhere in here. Here it is. A version of this build with Ducket. And with Ducket, you definitely want the LRB on the left side, because Ducket isn't full auto, so every single Ducket shot incurs the same shield delay that an LRB shot does. So you fire LRB left, you put it on the left. And Ducket does a batshit insane amount of impact, so you put it on the right, so your impact can still be dumped while you're parrying. And then you use LRB to deal extra damage and stagger punish, etc. That's my understanding, at least. I'm gonna mute again to drink water and stuff. I need to. So, I don't know how noticeable it is, but... Ooh, charged LRA. Interesting. That's on VE20B, isn't it? What core is that? Actually, is that on VE20B? I'm not sure that would fit on VE20B. I don't know. But I have it set up so that my music on the stream, it's only audible on the stream, it gets yeeted for the VOD. The music is, it gets quieter when I'm talking, so that, because my voice, like, in my experience, my voice struggles to get past, like, it gets drowned out really easily by noise. I don't know if it's... I don't know if that's just me thinking it is, or if it actually is. But, I have my music get quieter when I'm talking. And when I'm muted, it still applies. So I can, like, say things while I'm muted, or, like, make noises. And the music will get quieter, but you won't hear anything else. At least I'm pretty sure it does, based on what the sound meters were saying. At least, I hope it's working. Filters, compressor, set up properly. Energy weapons deal quite some damage. They feel so weird to fight because you don't know when to PA. Like, normally, the default PA time is when you get staggered or are about to get staggered. But against energy weapons, it's spooky. Also, I think I'm going to end the stream soon because I'm starting to run out of brain cells. And it's still an acceptable time. So I'm not in, like, I'm not in the trenches of it's so late, it doesn't matter anymore, might as well keep streaming. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream shortly, as in, like, within a couple of matches, because we're also, it seems like the peeps who are in the lobby haven't, we're running out of people in the lobby. I am so brain dead right now. It's hilarious. It has been a pretty good stream, and I've cooled off a lot since the start of it. During the start of this, I had, like, still some energy left. Also, this is another phenomenon. While watching a stream or something else, or having some other garbage streamed directly into my ears, I have an easier time playing Armored Core 6. Like, genuinely, I play the game better if I'm paying less attention to it. And the problem is that with music on and just streaming, I don't get that same effect. And I can't, like, listen to a stream while streaming, because then that'll play on the stream and it'll be stream chaos. Also, that thing looks absolutely vile. I don't even want to get close to it. I am going to get discharged soon. I think it's good. I pressed the PA buttons and it didn't happen.
50%. AP at 30%.
Oh god. That was incredibly fucking close. 12 AP. Holy shit. That thing is scary. I have good system recovery. That's one of the advantages of Cast Warhead. Useless triangle boost. Probably worse than just ABing. But it doesn't matter at this point. I love how my electric discharge bar didn't show up for a solid moment there. I have no idea how to fight this thing. Like, I don't know when to PA, I don't know when to do anything, to be honest.
At 30%.
Because, like, it's like my AP gets chunked by two separate bars at the same time. It's like my stagger bar and impact, not stagger bar. Stagger bar and electricity bar are both stagger bars, and I don't know how to play around it. I had it kind of the first round, but I think part of that came down to my LRB timings. I kept firing right as they click boosted. So they knew when I was going to shoot my LRB and responded correctly. Also, stun guns are so fucking loud. It's horrible. Honestly, the Toku lightweight might actually be viable. If I get AP lead, it's so painful to fight. That was a really fun match, surprisingly. Stun guns are incredibly loud. Like, they make so much noise. I can hear my opponent firing stun guns louder than I can hear my LRB firing and hitting somebody. Or louder than you can hear getting hit by charged LRB. It's a sound design catastrophe. I don't understand why stun guns sound like that. I don't mind, I guess, because it gives me feedback for when I'm being fired at. Also, I think in that matchup, I just purged shield because it's so weak sauce against vomit that the extra energy would be a lot more beneficial. But it's still definitely worth having on the build because of cases like LRB shield, Zims, etc. that I would want to parry a lot. Or like Water Strider, where there are big attacks to parry. And I really kind of feel like I'm onto something with my Toku lightweight thingus. Because I can still wiggle just fine, and my jumps being lower than knocked is actually kind of a good thing, because that lets me get to the ground faster to jump again. And that's valuable, because jumping is, I think, at least my understanding of it, is that jumping is considered equivalent to quick boosting in terms of lock breaking. And this even applies to stand legs. So like you can have this really hilariously short jump and still hit. And breaking lock a lot helps with wiggling, I think. Because then on top of hopefully avoiding the shots even when they're predicted correctly with the FCS, they're often not predicted correctly with the FCS, and because of your wiggles, you're probably not where it was shooting incorrectly while not locked. Water Striders are really tough build to fight. And in my experience, Ducats are very wiggleable on Tetrapods, because Tetrapods in hover mode have pretty solid acceleration. Like, better than regular bipeds. They're spending energy for it, and are stuck to that one vertical level, but they have better acceleration, which goes a long way in dodging stuff like Ducats, and it's why Lamb is so powerful. If it was just the speed that made Lamb powerful, like a speed and altitude, it wouldn't be nearly as threatening as it is because of it, because it can wiggle. It sounds so funny, but it's so effective. You can definitely tell I'm running out of juice. I'm starting to completely stumble over words. I'm also just kind of forgetting how to brain. I'm actually gonna go fight and use Water Starter more. It is very unique. I think it's really cool. And like, unlike Lamb, it doesn't live in the clouds. Sortie spectate settings. I'm gonna put myself on spectate for a bit and eat food. I have dried fruit that I've been meaning to eat throughout the stream, and I just haven't touched it. So I should probably fix that. I'm gonna mute for it. I'm unmuted again. I eat a few of what I captured. I should probably keep eating short a little bit. Wow. I don't have much to talk about. It baffles me that stun guns are probably the loudest weapon in the game, aside from like Walter Rifle Noodle and like maybe one or two other things I'm forgetting. Charge LCP is pretty loud. But like in terms of consistently loud stuff, Waltz Noodle, stun guns, and like I don't know what else are the loudest. I'm actually going to quickly do a quick scroll through the weapons. Pulse guns are loud when they hit. And then a lot of the shoulder weapons are pretty quiet, like all the missiles, laser, orbit, and drones. I guess stun needle's a little bit loud, but it's not, like I said, it's not consistently loud, unlike Walter Rifle. Um... What I should do is play one match right after this to offset the sync of the lobby so that people can get more varied matches. Okay. My cat says hi. I think he's been loafed at the bottom of my stairs for a lot of the stream. I don't know why. Oh, his water bowl's almost empty. I should probably go fix that. The nice thing about streaming Armored Core 6 is that I can like leave my computer without the stream suddenly stopping happening. I have returned. Half the problem is that I accidentally unplugged my earbuds while walking away from my computer. And then also my chair doesn't have much space between it and the rug behind me. So it's a little awkward to get back into my chair. I have to kind of like climb over it. Mismatched shotguns, I see. I mean... assault armor? I feel like seeing assault armor is always kind of a jump scare. Because it's like you just did not expect a giant explosion to come out of the pulse armor. Because they have almost their animations are very similar. Giant ass explosion jump scare. Okay, who just fought who? I was a little bit distracted. Yeah, I'm... Yeah, pulse armor is the default. There are some use cases for assault armor, like double melee. Or just fought iron. I should do this. Because these two fought just before that. Dang it, it didn't work. Okay, I want to get... I think for the rest of the stream, I'm gonna play once, and then I'm gonna try to get those two... I want to offset the parody of the lobby by one and let each matchup play out. Yep, it's like... This is hilarious. I just zoned the fuck out. Forgot to keep the stream on. It's fine. I'm forgetting to be a streamer right now. I am... I am turning into soup. My way of expressing when I am starting to run out of brain cells is that my brain's turning to soup. Which I think is a pretty common... way of saying that. Okay, there we go. Lobby parody offset. After this match, I'm gonna let 2 more matches play, and then I'm gonna end the stream, because I am running out of juice, and I have things to do. Mostly related to, like, sleeping. That's Kirikite. This is going to be interesting. Because I have never fought Kirikite before. At least, I don't remember fighting Kirikite if I have. I might just get dumpstered. Because that's kind of one of the builds I'm scared of with this thing. I do need to remember that you have, like, no stats. But when you do get hit, it's gonna hurt. I lost AP lead, this is bad. I need an LRB to land. Oh god, you've made a mistake. I don't know what that spin was about. But it got you hit by LRB, which really hurts, but I am not good enough at evading these missiles. It's a constant barrage. Of, like, vertical and horizontal plasma missiles, and it's very confusing. I'm gonna parry that. I need more... purge that. I need more EN. This is a match on the fucking fence. This entire match has been AP lead swinging back and forth. Oh, my LRB missed there. That's really bad, actually. It looks like it should have hit. I think it really should have, but... doing a good job at dodging these, and I just ate a bunch of missiles. I'm gonna stagger soon. I'm gonna PA right here. I should have LRB'd immediately when I saw that. Okay. Wow, my hands are so sweaty. I can't swipe on my phone. I've got an alarm at 10 p.m. to remind myself to go to bed. This is a really interesting matchup, actually. That was incredible. we were trading AP lead back and forth the whole time. I feel like if I land... oh, wow, that was unexpected. If I land like an LRB or two early, it's just kind of Jover for you, because I have AP lead by a significant margin. You have to play into my LRB to even get it back. Watch out for the missiles. Okay, VPMs have landed. Those have landed. I got redlined. I forgot to purge my shield again. This matchup is nuts. That kick was a mistake. I think I'm running away with this now. It really is, I get AP lead and run away with it. Literally right now. I literally ran away with it, physically. Like, I moved my AC away from theirs. Damn, this is actually kind of fun. It's the lightweight versus lightweight match. I'm very, 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 very reliant on my LRB. Purge the shield right away, because I can't use it in this matchup. It's completely useless. I've missed a lot of shots in a row. I need to land something. That's good. Oh. These missiles are locked. Ow! So the problem with kicking there is that You get stung by the LRB the second you kick. GG. That first phase was really interesting. LRB fucks. I think I'm getting the feel for LRB now. And it feels good on account of being able to kill so fast. Compared to a lot of other rifles. It feels like I have a range that can kill. Sortie spectate settings. I set myself to spectate. Okay, 2 more matches. Hopefully it's Eve versus Fortress and Prism versus Iron Circling, and then I'm done. Or something like that. Just not the same matchup as before. I'm surprised that went really well. I personally, something I should do is try Kirikite. I think LRB Etsujin on elbow legs might feel better to me. Because I get more damage, I get more stability, and just more stats in general. And the jump isn't too springy to the point where it throws me off. I will say, I think against... never mind. For a moment, I was gonna say... Etsujin right hand is better for against Kirikite. I dropped the shield. I dropped the shield for energy so I could dodge more. Because... Also, I can see why Kirikite would struggle against Etsujin. It's just a continuous stream of fast projectiles that either you're gonna slowly get chipped down, or you're gonna manage to dodge that but then burn too much energy, and or get caught by LRB. And LRB, I think... So the Etsujin is what kind of set me up to even have a chance of landing the LRB, and the LRB is what won me the match by far. That double KO. I think that's not the first double KO of the stream. Have they gotten more common? Well, I guess, now that I think about it, with ducats in the mix, you could get killed, and your ducat bullet could hit your enemy before, or after you die, and the bullet took so long to get there that you already died. Maybe that's what was happening there. Feels so stupid to say. The bullet took so long to get there. Also, I think the MLT-10 might be interesting. Like, the MLT-10's interesting, at least. And I think ducats are the kind of weapon you'd want to run on Ocellus, because they have no utility outside of about 80 meters. Or very minimal use outside of 80 meters. Alright, that was a pretty good match. But ducats have minimal use outside of 80 meters, which makes them... they don't benefit from Abbott's, like, kind of mid-range capabilities. Where, like, Ocellus falls off the instant you get out of close range, but Abbott doesn't fall off nearly as hard, so like at 140 meters, your lock's going to be a lot better than Ocellus. And that's why, part of why I'm running Abbott, actually, is, it works so well with LRB, because I've got a weapon that has, like, actual range. Or, like, that works outside of close range, I should say, because actual range is a myth in this game. It's like, when LRB does hit at long distances, it's... I don't know. I'm running out of words. Actually, I ran out of words a long time ago, and I'm just saying them as they appear in my brain. I'm no longer... I don't have any words queued. It's just... If one of your earshots missed... The earshot is weird. I haven't learned how to fight it properly yet. It's the kind of thing that's just like... There's a kind of... There's a kind of... like, sense to it that you can get where you can tell when someone wants to hit you with earshot. When, but that kind of... But I haven't developed that sense yet. Where I don't know what condition... I don't have it nailed down. What conditions... are there... Like, what conditions someone would want to fire an earshot in. And that's the kind of thing I'll just learn with experience. Also, fun fact, I can't point it out very easily, but if you look next to the player's emblems, you can see little lines, and that's how you can tell whether or not they're locked onto people. And I'm pretty sure this information's available to you while you're playing. So if you're not sure whether or not your opponent has you scanned, you can look next to your emblem, and if you see that little line, they're probably locked on you. At least, I think so. I could be wrong. Everything I say about this game comes with a little asterisk and in like a little like subtext. I could be wrong. Okay, I need to go before I run out of energy completely. So, thank you for playing. That went pretty well. I like this monstrosity. It was a little risky trying to stream on a Tuesday. Because Steam maintenance, but I think that's a non-issue. I can just kind of dodge it. Yeah, GG's, those were fun matches. Even the ones I got like annoyed at were still kind of fun and important experience because I need to learn how to fight those things. And it's 100% my fault for getting annoyed. But also I feel like I pointed out that I'm getting annoyed at my inability to play the game more than anything else, which is manageable. And also I think it's becoming more clear to me that I am... Oh my god, I need to sit up. I am better at this game when I'm a little bit tired. Because then I don't, like, I don't overthink it automatically. I just let my brain do the thing and it works. Anyway, I'm gonna close the game and end the stream. See ya.